I'm gonna give you guys 7 tips on what it takes to become financially successful at any age in life. And I'm letting you know you can do this. I've done this, and I want to show you that this is definitely possible through these 7 tips. So first thing we got right here is gonna be create a financial plan. So this is gonna kind of align with the other steps as well. But with creating a financial plan, you need to understand where are you trying to go and what do you really want in the end. Is this for when you're 40, when you're 50, to retire early? Is it to set yourself up for that? Everybody hears generational wealth and all those other words that we hear thrown around all the time, but what exactly does that mean? How do you sustain that? How do you pay it off? How does something else pay it off? What do you have to own to allow it to pay that thing off? There's a lot of questions that need to be answered, more than just put a plan together, more than just have financial stability, more than just generational wealth, right? So what I mean by putting a plan together, break down what you're spending now, what you want to be spending in the future, and are those things going to change? So do you plan on getting your first home? Do you plan on leveling up to a different home? Is your mortgage going to change? Do you want to pay the entire mortgage off? A lot of people have different mindsets behind mortgages and those different elements. Again, we can talk about all these things in depth in separate videos. I just want to give you guys the ideas and thinking about these things, because there's so many different blueprints to success. There's not just one way. My way isn't the only way, right? And hopefully I can help you open your mind to multiple ways, not just saying, oh, this is the only way I can be successful. This is the only way that this is possible. So with that, understand again, where you at when it comes to housing. That's a very, very important part of your life. And do you want to upgrade or not? And what do you see that final goal being? Do you want $1 million home? Do you want a $7 million home? Do you want a $10 million home? Do you want to move to a different state? Where is that at? You have to answer that question. I can't answer that question for you. You need to sit down and truly think about that. What is your family dynamic? Do you have a wife? Do you not have a wife? Do you got a girlfriend? What's going on with that? You got kids? Again, so many different variables. You got a pet. You got family living with you. There's so many variables. So just think about those things and really take that in, and understand how to build your blueprint around that and what your quote unquote dream life looks like, even though everything changes over time and it kind of runs in cycles. You have wins on certain things now and it's hot and you're making a lot of money, and then something else might new come and you start making more money off of that, and that start changes your cycle and your mindset shifts and you start going into this new direction. But hopefully at the end of the day, the direction is still up, right? We don't want to be moving sideways and we don't want to be moving down. We want to continue to move up in that direction. So think about that and build around that. So I just want to give you guys that mindset and also let you guys know you can do this. You can do this. You can do this. I believe in you. I know it may seem hard right now. It may seem like all the odds are against you. We're not going to play that game of, oh yeah, this, that, the other, blaming other people, or if I woulda or shoulda, coulda, would. It is what it is. You got what you got. You're here where you're at. These are the cards that you've been dealt right now. Do the best with what you have, with what you know right now. Can you do better next year and be in a better position? Can you learn more within that time? Yes, I can learn more. You can learn more. We can both improve at the same time. So understand that you can do this. I believe in you. I promise you, you got this. I'm excited for you. I'm excited to see your journeys, because I've been hearing about some of these stories online already. So just with that, just think about that and have that mindset like it's coming. I'm on my way. I'm making steps forward, even when it feels like I'm not. I'm getting there. Yo, DNA fam, I know you guys are into sneakers, so I'm gonna assume that you're into investing as well, which means you're probably also interested in leveling up your life. I think you definitely need to check this out. I just launched my DNA show community on School, and it's totally free to join, by the way. Inside, I've dropped my entire Hobby to Hustle program. It used to be $99 a month, and I've helped tons of people turn their passions into profit with this course. And now I want to give it away 100% free just for the community members. This is going to be a place where sneakerheads can connect, share game, and grow together. So don't wait, hit the link down below in the description to get instant access to the Hobby to Hustle course today. And I'll see you guys on the inside so we can run it up. Now, next thing is going to do is save consistently, right? So they say save consistently, save consistently. What exactly does that mean? Again, save your money, save your money. We hear that all the time, but it's like, I'm saving my money. The dollar is depreciating. I could be buying other assets while I'm saving my money to then be worth more money while I'm saving that before I sell it and cash it out or do what I need to do to then get me a better return on what I'm trying to get to and put me in a position to where I need to be. For example, you could save your money and you could buy like QQQ or another ETF or whatever you like to do, S&P 500, and save your money into that, but it's invested. And that's going up 17, 20% a year instead of a high yield savings account and you just got the money there and you're getting 4%, 4.5%, whatever it may be. Again, this is not financial advice. I'm just trying to open your mind to different things. Do your research, do your due diligence. This is going to be all on you. I'm just thinking about things that I've gone through and I'm spitting them out in my head on my mindset behind stuff and what I've thought of and what I've experienced. And I'm not going to tell you anything that I haven't experienced and I haven't thought of and I haven't tried myself. So that's what I'm saying. So with that, you think about that, save your money. Okay, so you have to then, same thing. What are the plans? Am I gonna buy a bunch of sneakers that are gonna go up in value and I know the market and I understand that these are gonna go up in value, they're gonna hold a good value and I made a wise investment? Again, that's more of an investment, less of saving your money, right? Now, you have to have money that is accessible if you need it for emergencies or something like that. So it can't be in something that's gonna be tied up for a long time and you need the money right now. So you can rely on credit cards or whatever it be, but you gotta know that, hey, I got money to pay off that credit card if something were to happen. Just in the meantime, it'll get me through the floating period and then I can pay that off before the month's over, not pay too much interest. You get what I'm saying? Again, something to think about. So save your money. People say save 15%, 20%, 100%, 50%. I've heard all the percentages from all the different people. Again, there's these rules to the game and you can go Google it and watch a bunch of other YouTube channels. I know you're gonna watch other videos too. At the end of the day, you have to decide what can you afford to save? How aggressive can you save? Can you, you had a good month and you made extra money, so you're like, hey, I'm gonna save all this extra money that I made. Or you're like, hey, I'm gonna reward myself, but I'm still gonna save a little bit more than I typically save. Like, you have to enjoy your life at the same time. And I completely understand that. Some people wanna just like give it all to get here. I'm more of like, let's find a balance to enjoy it, save it, have a good time along the way and not just fully be struggling the whole time. Some people wanna just struggle, thug it out, do their thing for 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, and then get to where they need to be. And I'm like, okay, how can I still do that thing, but then not have to go through that entire struggle part, right? How can I figure out the balance between that and find ways to supplement something or do what I need to do? So just think about those things. Think about the mindset behind saving and what you need to do. So if you have a check that's coming in and you say, hey, I'm automatically taking $100. We'll just use $100. I'm taking $100 out. I'm going to throw it into the S&P 500. I'm going to do that every single month, direct deposit straight from my paychecks. I'm going to act like I don't even have it. I never got it before. That money is going to be worth more money in the future. You do that for a few years, you might have $10,000, $15,000 saved up, maybe $20,000, $30,000 saved up. After the stuff goes up, you say, you know what I'm saying? Who knows? Like, you might have something pop off for a little bit and you made a little bit of extra money. You start throwing some chunks of change in there, $500 here, $700 there, another $100 every single month. That's great. Do that. So again, just think about saving in your way, right? At the end of the day, you need to save money and you need to put it in the right place, but make it work at the same time while you're saving the money. Now, next up is going to be avoiding debt. So there's different types of debt, if you guys don't know. And if you do know, again, there's good debt and there's bad debt, right? So liabilities and assets, right? So what are the things that I can leverage money or take debt on to then be gaining in value or make me money along the way and be paying it off at the same time? Like what? Real estate, right? That's a great example. You take a loan, that's debt, and then you use that, you leverage it. The home is going up in value with appreciation with the market, whatever it may be. You're renting the home out, you're cash flowing on the home. Another example, boom, that's good debt, right? You buy a car. Now they say, hey, a car is bad debt. Well, if I use it for content and I actually make money off the content from the car, or I actually use it for Turo as a business or whatever it may be to rent the car out, or again, a ton of different services, limo service, Uber, whatever. I wouldn't personally try to do Uber just because I want to not trade my time for money, if that makes sense. So we got to think about this process as well of like, if I need to, yes, but also while I'm doing this, I'm listening to podcasts, doing other things, trying to find other options to not be trading all my time for money, exact dollar for dollar, time for time type thing. So with that, thinking about those things and how you navigate and where you want to go when it comes to avoiding that debt. So you're not just going to be out buying stuff just cause, and that just aligns with saving, right? Like if you know that you're saving, that means you're probably not going to buy things that's going to put you in debt, because that's going to counter all the money that you saved plus the interest and other stuff that goes along with that. So probably not a good idea, right? Makes sense. So I think we got it, right? At the end of the day, grow up, be a grown ass man, pay your bills, save your money, take care of shit. That's what it comes down to. What you want to do. You really want to change your life or no? Like you answer the question. Again, there's things that are going to pop up. Everybody's circumstance is different. So we can say the outlier scenarios. Oh, well, what about? I understand that. Yes, I completely understand. But at the same time, if we have the option and we know what the right decision is and we don't make the right decision, that's not my fault. That's your fault. You chose that. You wanted to be cool. You wanted to fit in. You wanted to that. You didn't need it. You really didn't need it, because that's not going to put you in a position to be in a better part of your life. So if you have to hold back for a second, not get that extra dessert, not be spending money on stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like those little things, that the sweet treat that you want at the end of your meal, like those little things, that's going to be those game changers in the mindset as well. Just understanding like I can make these small tweaks and put myself in a better position, and which then causes you what? Spend less on debt. And if you do have debt, there's a bunch of different methods for that. For example, a lot of people like the snowball method or whatever it may be. So if you have multiple credit cards and you have debt on all the different ones, some people like to pay off this one with the smallest debt first, or some people like to pay off the one with the highest interest rate first, vice versa, whatever it may be. You decide on that. At the end of the day, you want to get that as low as possible. It's going to help your credit score. It's going to put you better in standing with lenders and those opportunities, and overall just put you in a better place. Now, next up is going to be investing regularly. So invest your savings, right? That's the goal. And how can you do it? The easiest way is to get in the market, right? We talk about the stock market. I don't know. You can use like Robinhood or whatever it may be. I'll have links down below if you want to get signed up on there. It's completely free. I think you get like a free stock or something like that when you sign up. But basically, get in there and don't overcomplicate it. It's very simple. ETFs, just search ETFs. I personally love QQQ. You guys have seen my videos. I talk about it all the time. It's a very good one. Vanguard, that's another one to look at. S&P 500, Spider, SPY. Look at those. You can put money in all of them. You can put money in one of them. Do what you want to do. At the end of the day, you'll notice the returns are pretty good year over year. You're going to make more money than your high yield savings account, and you're going to be in a better position. So investing your money into that while you wait, great. Now, if you can get in the position to next buy a house, invest more into your portfolio, use that as leverage, you have a lot of options, because now as you diversify your investments, say you want to buy gold, you want to buy crypto, you want to have stocks, you want to have real estate, you want to have collectible items, you want to have all the cool fun stuff that's valuable as well in life with the material items. You can have all those things. Trust me, it's very possible. And with that, you can be solidly diverse. Personally, I'm heavier in real estate more than cryptos and stocks and everything, but I'm definitely trying to grow that next as the portfolio grows. But that's another thing to think about. That's another thing to look at and say, hey, okay, I need to lock in on one first, and let me just learn this and understand it. Not trying to be like, oh, I need to have investments here, 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 here. It's kind of too tough, bro. Like, you need to kind of like, yeah, cash your net out and see like, okay, these are all the options. But at the same time, you need to lock in on something first and learn it and really understand it, and then move to the next thing, and then learn it and understand it and move to the next thing. That way you can be well-rounded in all these things, but don't try to be well-rounded in everything at the same time, especially when you don't have enough money to be investing in all these things. And now you got FOMO because you feel like you're missing out on all this stuff, because you're like, bruh, I learned it and I don't got the money to invest into this, and I got some money over here and it's growing, this is great. Like, that happens too. I understand. Trust me, it sucks. Like at the end of the day, you're gonna always want to be invested more once you get addicted to this stuff, because you're gonna be like, bro, it's a lick over here, it's a lick over there. This is popping, this is booming. Like even in the stock market, that house, this house, the apartment complex, and that home over there, crypto going up. Like, damn, did you see gold bricks? Those is going up. You're gonna start seeing all this stuff, and you're gonna be like, bro, I can make money in all these ways, but I need to lock in. Just like in real estate, right? Like you see a lot of people, they're not wholesaling, real estate agent, doing apartment complex, fixing flips, doing all this stuff, like single family homes, refinance. They're not doing all those things. They might learn a lot, or they might just say, hey, I do multi-units, 4-plex to 8-plex, 16-plex. I don't go any bigger than that. I lock in. This is my neighborhood. I zone in on this area, and I master this craft, and I built a 10, 20, $30 million portfolio because of it. I do Airbnb, and I buy and rent the homes, and I make money off of that, and I have 200 homes. But people aren't doing that and doing this and that. It's just so much, right? And again, you can do all those things, but that comes down to building a team, doing all that stuff. So what I say is just, you've heard all these options, right? Try not to get too overwhelmed. Think about how you want to invest, and have fun and enjoy it, and try it out and learn it and have a better understanding to see, hey, is this a right fit for me? If anything, you made a little bit of money along the way, you move to the next project. Take the bread and go to the next thing and try that. Okay, next up is increase your income. So with this, either you need to find a way to work a second job or a third job, or have a side hustle, whatever it may be, or using that money from your investments, that is going to increase your income, right? So cash flows, dividends, whatever it may be, stock options, day trading, doing a little bit of trading once a week or whatever it is, just to make a couple hundred extra bucks, whatever you have to do to make more money. I'm the type of person that's like, we're not saving. I'm not about to cut back on what I'm doing. I'm gonna just make more money. Those are typically the two options. Either you cut back to save money and have more money, which is the same amount of money, or you just have what you have, you're doing what you're doing, and you just make more money. And then you go to that and you level up and you do. That's how I am. Again, you hear it all the time. People are two different ways. Again, do what you want to do. I'm more of the let's figure out the option to do it that way, because I'm not trying to cut back. I'm not trying to step back. I'm trying to keep leveling up and applying that pressure to allow myself to not stretch too far. I'm bending but not breaking type situation, but just putting myself in that scenario to allow myself to continue to grow. That's how I grow. Again, people grow in different ways. That's just how I do it. Next up is gonna be, they say this is one is with that, right? Live frugally, right? So people say live frugally. You got to cut back on this, cut back on expenses. I think this is definitely a conversation that needs to be had, and that's why I put it on the list. But again, I'm different, and I also understand that I'm more of an outlier than the normal. A lot of people do that. Hey, how can I cut back on this? I'm not going to go golfing anymore. I'm not going to do this. We're not going to go to the movies. We're going to stay. And don't get me wrong, like, going to the movies is another go. This is just a great example, right? You go to the movies, you get the popcorn, you get the drink, you buy 2 tickets. Next thing you know, you're 50, 60 bucks in, maybe even 80 bucks, who knows, right? Or you could just buy the movie at home, and it's like $19.99, and now you have it at home and you can watch it at home, right? So that is a bigger discount. You don't get the theatrical experience unless you buy a big TV, get surround sound, do all those things, which is going to be thousands of dollars. So you can look at it like that and say, hey, which one's going to be the better option here? Is this going to be a better for longevity? You have to balance. But that's how you have to start thinking about everything that you own and how you use it and how it's going to put you in the situation to enjoy something still, but then have the ability to save money or do. You kind of see what I'm saying, right? You just have to think about every little thing that you have in your life and what you have now. Not about what you don't got and where you and so did this and they're over there. Who cares about them? We could give 2 shits about what they got going on and how they're making money and all the other. Nobody cares, because at the end of the day, it ain't putting food on your plate. It ain't making you nothing. It's just giving you whatever you want to call it. Anxiety, depression, all the other words that go along with those things, right? You don't want that. We need to think positive on what we got, where we at, and how we can do the best with what we got, where we at. So again, that's just another thing. So when it comes to living frugally, cutting back on that. Some people sell their car and cut back on that for a while and then get a car a couple years later and start taking public transit. But then you can argue, hey, is my time worth that? And what can I be doing in that time? And again, you see what I'm saying? This is all situational. I can't give you 100% blueprint. You have to go out and determine what you want, and you have to measure everything: your time, what you value, your time with your family, your people, the ones that you love. And you notice I'm prioritizing those things over the money first, because as you prioritize those things first, it will get you all the other things underneath. All this stuff that's just floating underneath here, bruh, that will all come. And it will make it even better. And you'll be able to afford to pay for your friends to go with you, afford to take somebody else out on dinner, afford to have that fun moment with somebody else, and you're not having to worry about it. So think about those things, prioritize that, measure that, and see what makes you feel happy, what truly fills that bucket at the end of the day. Because you don't want to just go through hell doing all this stuff and just to get that and then still not be happy because you built the life that you didn't want because you thought that was quote unquote success. That's not what I want for y'all. I want y'all to be successful in all facets. You see what I'm saying? Hopefully that helps a little bit. So next up is gonna be, the final one is gonna be seek professional advice. Again, I am not a advisor. This is not financial advice. This is my experiences. I'm just talking out loud and expressing how I feel, how I've experienced things, what I've gone through. All these things that I'm talking to you about, I've experienced. So go to different lenders, talk to banks, talk to financial advisors, do Google searches, financial advisors near me, whatever you need to do to lock in and get, whatever you need to do to lock in and get that advice that you may need, do that. Again, do that. If that's what makes you feel comfortable, if that what makes you feel more safe, and that's what makes you feel that you can't point the blame on somebody else because they told you this on the internet and I did that, and no, go do your due diligence, go out and watch these videos, go do all these things. Again, I'm not the best at everything. If I was, I'd be a multi-billionaire, right? But I'm not. So I'm not in that category yet, but I will be. Who knows? And maybe I want to, maybe I don't. I don't know. I thought about it before. I'm not sure if I want to be a billionaire. I wouldn't mind it, but at the same time, there's a lot of luxuries that come with being like a, you know, like 700 million, 200 million, 150 mil. Like, I could do a lot of cool things with that too. Help a lot of people around me. So that's where I'm at. Just wanted to give you guys those 7 tips. Just kind of wanted to dump my brain like I do on this channel as much as I possibly can when I get time. If you haven't already, hit the link down below, get some free stocks. I'll see you guys in another one. And if you have any questions, and really please comment, engage with this video, because I want to be able to answer these in more videos for you guys and help you get to where you need to be. And yeah, I think that's it. I'll see you on another one. Hey, just a quick reminder, again, the link is down below in the description to join the community if you have not already. I'm giving away the entire Hobby to Hustle program for free, only to members. So you got to sign up and get in. Again, everything is free. You don't have nothing to pay for. It's all going to be inside. You're going to love it. Trust me, I've helped hundreds of people with this. I cannot wait to